Okay. So I decided to do a reading in my bed because this is where my rest is and my thinking is and my comfort is, and I just feel comfortable here. It's warm and cozy. It's supposed to get down to 19 degrees tonight. So I'm doing the best I can as far as trying to film it so that it's visible. Okay, so one, two, three. Boy, these are sliding all over the place. But they're still in order. And they were cut properly. Maybe some got turned around. Well, maybe we'll find out. And then we have to cut it one more time. We'll do a little bit more smartly over here. Okay. And then, hi, Noodles. Sweet little kitty. Okay, so my question is, what is my direction? Should I change it? Not. My problem is my burnout. I need a solution that doesn't interfere with my customers being not taken care of and me feeling guilty and losing customers because of it. And I don't know. I just feel like to take care of me, I really need to take some time off. I only work 2 days this week, and then I work a full week, and then I work another full week, I think, and then a couple days, and I have a whole week off again. So it's not like I have a whole lot to do until I get another week off. I just sometimes wish I had COVID. So, but I don't. So that's good. And so my question is, what path should I take? Here I'm at this place. My history has brought me to this place. This is what's going on right now. And this is a possible future. So it said to cut it like this, but because of the circumstance of the rolly bed, the slidey bed, we're gonna just have to pull the cards and then pull the other cards away. Okay, so there's that card. Now notice I'm pulling it to the side. I'm not turning it over. This is how I'm choosing to do it. Okay, so now I'm going to put these together. They're really not important at this point. and they would just slide around. So I've got the Magician, the Three of Cups, and the Hierophant. Or Hierophant? Hierophant? Let me get them in a better view for you. My goodness, I didn't realize it was so far over. Okay. Oh, and then I need to make it move down a little bit. And there, that seems to be about the best we can do. Okay, so the Magician. Let's read what it says. I love the pictures. They're so beautiful and so inspiring. The Magician. You know, it's funny because groomers are often talking about their magic wand and how, you know, we transform dogs in amazing ways. And sometimes our magic wand doesn't work. So let's see. The Magician. I think I have to do this side. Red Fox. The archetype is the wizard, surpassing the plausible. Oh, wizard, comma, surpassing the plausible. Keywords: manifestation, beginning, resourceful, willpower, action, consciousness. Reverse keywords, which is not reversed. I'm not going to bother with that right now. Although I guess maybe it would be good to know just what the backwards or the upside down one would represent manipulation, illusion, and wasted talent. But it's actually manifestation, beginning, resourceful, willpower, action, consciousness. It's like a moving forward kind of looks like moving forward and backward, because astrology, it's a Mercury. So there we go. And element: water. I would say that the water is how I determine the level of my depression. I feel like I'm drowning when I'm going to the psych ward, and I feel like I'm treading water. I felt like that like a couple days ago, where I'm just like literally my arms are going back and forth and my legs are paddling, and I'm just, staying above. I'm just breathing. I'm just trying to keep my breath, and not sink. And then as I get better, I rise out of the water like Jesus and stand on the water. And when I can stand on the water, then I know that I'm normal. It's like now I'm standing on level ground. Even though it doesn't really make sense. Ice would be level. ground. That's interesting. So if water could be ice, it could be like a solid foundation. That's interesting. So, yeah. And the crystal is aquamarine and labradorite. I almost thought it was going to say labradoodle. And the herb is peony. Aww. Okay, so I'm not going to refer to anything except my own feelings and my own intuition. I'm not going to read any books other than what this handy little layout is. And then, okay, so that's the Magician. And then we'll read them and then we'll discuss how I put them together, if I can. We got a reverse, 3 of Cups. Sounds like stuff spilling out. Okay. A 3. Oh, it's on this other side. Oh, no, whoops, I'm confused, never mind. Don't mind me. Why am I, what's going on? Why am I not finding any cups? Okay, here's some cups. The 3 of Cups, okay. Wolves, yes, and I love the picture. You know what my favorite sound is? It is the sound of howling wolves. It's the most beautiful sound to me. I can't think of anything more serene and exciting and emotional and harmonious. It's just the most beautiful thing. Well, they're howling. And they're upside down. So, let's see. The archetype is festivity. Well, that's interesting. The reversed keywords are gossip, scandal, isolation, imbalanced social life. Okay, so I definitely have an imbalanced social life right now. I've been in isolation, and I just I don't see any scandal. And the astrology is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Interesting. Water. Emerald. I don't know really what emerald's for. And trillium. That reminds me of Triffid, my sweet little kitty. Okay, so now we'll read about the third card, the Hierophant, and I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. And 5, right? Yeah. And he's not reversed. Okay. What? Wait. The Hierophant. Aw, it's a sheep. I love sheep. Sheep are so cute. Let's see. The archetype, priest, spirituality, authority. Now that's interesting. I'm going to look at the card. He's definitely got authority there going on with all those pillars behind him, and Is that a fancy chair? I can't see because my eyes are not great. But he's got keys. Crossed keys. Sounds like he's not letting anyone out. And we got a rose or something and a lily. Oh, beautiful. Two columns. Okay, where'd it go? And okay, so the keywords are tradition, conformity, education, belief, social groups, conventionality. And reversed is rebellion, ignorance, and nonconformity. That is definitely not what I want. I want tradition, conformity. I don't know. Yeah, I actually kind of do want conformity at this point. Education, belief. I need to work on my belief in myself. Social groups. I don't know if we can do groups right now. Conventionality. That kind of helps organize my thoughts and helps me stay focused and get things done, like my teeth brushed. Okay, and okay, let me just make sure I got it followed. Okay, so it's a Taurus, which is my rising sign, which the rising sign is how people see you, how the world sees you. Element, earth, which I'm very familiar with. Blue topaz, I'm not exactly sure what that is. And celestite, don't know what that is. And sage, oh, a cleansing herb. That's nice. That's good stuff. Okay, so the magician, what brought me here? Let me just read his keywords again. Manifestation, beginning, resourceful, willpower, action, consciousness. Well, yeah, I mean, totally. I've manifested the life that I have. I'm feeling like I'm wanting a new beginning. So I'm looking into different things and being resourceful and looking into different ideas to help me think. Willpower is absolutely the main thing I'm working on in my life right now. That and losing weight. And willpower, of course, is a big part of that. Action, and that, of course, is a big part of willpower and losing weight. And being resourceful. And consciousness. I do want to get back to it. I used to always think before I said something, and then I would, sorry about that. I was just checking the camera. I would see, and now I lost my train of thought. That's how quickly it goes. So, let's see. We're talking about the magician. consciousness. Yeah, consciousness. Okay, yeah, okay. I was saying I always would think about what I said before I said it, and all the alternatives or the implications that could have come from the tone, or the question or answer that I'm saying, whatever words I'm saying, and body language. And I try to be very conscious of that. I used to be very good at that, and I have gotten to where I'm not aware of what is going on around me. I'm just kind of going through the motions. I'm not taking in any kind of awareness or consciousness of the environment around me. I am starting to, though. I mean, I used to be very much that way. So I come from a beginning of being pretty resourceful, using my willpower, and action and consciousness in building my businesses. So I have built a good life. I love my home and my animals and my family, and I'm just reading this and trying to think about what it manifests. So, I mean, if I look at this as being what brought me to the place that I'm at, well, at this point, I'm conscious that I need some help of some sort. So, Mercury is direct. The element air. That says to me that the help, or it's conceptual, that the manifestation, beginning, resourcefulness, willpower, action, consciousness is in the intellectual and maybe spoken way, because I don't know, I'm just thinking about it. Crystal, fire, opal, ooh, how pretty, and a garnet, ooh, and astragalus. I used to know what that is, but I don't anymore. So, okay, so I think the magician is showing me basically the magic I used to have, and that I'm trying to gain again. I'm trying to get back to where I had it under control. Not under control per se, but I was going with the flow, and wand in hand, all the elements right there. Encompassing infinity. I wouldn't say I was quite that. Maybe that's why. I love the look on that fox's face. Now, I can't tell if that's coloration or if that's dirt on his paws, but you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it's dirt on his paws, because I think that he was playing in the mud, and then he came over and he chose one of his tools, the cup, the wand, the crystal or something, and the sword, and what's the other one? I'm forgetting one. The pentacle. Oh, that's the pentacle, the thing with the... Okay. And so he's got a choice, and he chooses that one. And he looks like he's pointing it around and making beautiful flowers. He can do whatever he wants with the wand. He chose to make beautiful flowers. Daisies, my favorite. Yes, I do have a wand background. The groomer with a wand. Fairy tale costumes. Wicca. Okay, and so then what is happening at this moment is the Three of Cups upside down. And that was also hard to read just because of this light. I like how you just turn it over. Okay, Three of Cups. Oh, whoop! I guess it was on the other side. Okay. No, not. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at the Three of Cups. So that's the wolves, which represents to me power and intelligence and freedom and community and softness. You know, a lot of it is the freedom and the community. And it's upside down, and I have no freedom and no community at this point. Because of the pandemic. And then the archetype is festivity, and that's exactly what's happening right now. No fun is happening. This is so very appropriate. And keywords. And celebration. Oh, upside down. Gossip. I don't know that I'm gossiping. Scandal. Isolation from the pandemic. Imbalanced social life. It's definitely imbalanced at this point. So, yeah, that's interesting. Gossip. I mean, that's like the news, and then Trump is the scandal, and the pandemic is the isolation, and that causes an imbalanced social life. So that is exactly what's going on, and that's what's pressing on me. And, oh honey, are you okay, sweetie? You okay? Maybe we need to get you checked out. Okay, and then, where did it go? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and water, and emerald, and trillium, again, with the Trifid reminder. So yeah, that is very extremely accurate for what is happening in my life. Hey, sweetie. I love you. Are you okay? Love you. I have to have you. Look, Dad. Hi, Noodles. So, okay, so yeah, so far this is all making a lot of sense. And, the Hierophant, or the third card, is, to me, what I want to happen. Like, what I want as a cause or a goal or the future, looking and seeing, you know, I may not know the future for sure, but what can I do to make my future the best I can make it? So that's what the third card means to me, the Hierophant. So that is, oh yeah, the sheep. You know, whenever I see sheep, I always think, and they're wearing clothes, like this one's got this, you know, thing that looks like the Pope on, and I think of a sheep in wolf's clothing. So I find sheep to be deceptive because they may not be sheep. Isn't that interesting? And that is exactly how I felt when my mom was young. I didn't think she was actually a sheep. And, I mean, she never hurt me, but she just changed so much after my dad died. So, the fact that there's a sheep there, for me, indicates a little bit of lack of trustworthiness, but desire to trust. I have a desire to trust that these are good sheep. The archetype is priest, spiritual authority. I mean, he does, you know, he does look like he's got authority going on there. That really nice chair, and I wonder what that stick is that, man, what is that? I can't read that. I'm gonna look at these cards later more and closely and see what this. What is that? Next to his head. It looks kind of to me like a hand, and then he's holding a staff with 3 crosses, which my old Christian upbringing means the 3 parts of God, the God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. Isn't that interesting? So that's like the full Trinity. And he's got that on the top of his head too. So there's 3 interesting 3s in here. So this sheep has keys in front of him that are crossed. And 2 sheep looking at those keys. And each sheep has a flower. So let's go back to okay, and then so the keywords Yeah, I should. It's just so dark over here. I should have done something with some light on, but it would have just cast a shadow. Is tradition, conformity, education, belief, social groups, conventionality. Well, that is what I'm working towards. That is what I want, is I want to feel organized and successful and getting up on time and cleaning up after myself instead of having a mad rush at the last minute, and just making my life simpler and more peaceful. And that's Taurus, which is a good solid earth card. And so it's, I think that means that it's a pretty strong card that's going to happen. Blue topaz and celestite, I know nothing about. And sage is cleansing. Can reset your environment. Maybe I'll do a sage cleaning. Be fun. So, to sum up, my progress that I made in overcoming depression and rages has stopped and it's reverted. And so I did work really hard to get to that point, and I think that I did a good job. So I think that's what the magician is about, and that I made my surroundings the way I wanted them to be. And then now everything's upside down. Everything I love is upside down. And it's just like a pumpkin and grapes, cantaloupe. The cups are emptying, and that's what it is. There's 3 cups. My hope and my trust and my love. I don't know, whatever the 3 wonderful parts of life that always seem to be divided into 3. It's just falling right out of those cups. And the wolves sing in despair. And I feel very, very in despair. And oddly, the upside down food is been my situation. I have not had food in my refrigerator for a while. And so the last card, the Hierophant, or however you say it, does give me hope that my efforts right now are going to, that I've been, working towards establishing what I'm going to do, making my plan. So I just want to make my life now how I like it. And I know right right now that having a system and a routine will help me to get back into thinking straight and being able to make decisions and make me feel better about the world. So I guess I feel like I am encouraged to keep putting up the effort, because in the long run there goes Aladdin, he's dreaming. In the long run it'll pay off. So there's my reading for the night, and I just kind of wanted a general feel for what's going on, and that gave me some really good, affirmations about what I've been thinking and what I've been trying to kind of figure out in my mind that I need to remake my life. I have to go through stuff, maybe change the color of some paint, just get rid of things, and maybe change some habits and get myself in order. I think every time I do that, I feel more successful. And here's my new layered hair. I think it's so pretty. I really like it. I really like how it came out. Here's the other side. You can't really see it because it's behind my ear, but I left this front a little long. It's a little longer than I expected, but I wanted to be able to pin it back. So anyway, I love you. Goodbye.